Okay, now that's done. You can see it's got a base colour and a dark area. What we need to do now is add the highlights. So for this, I'm going to use just bog standard white, because you want it to. You're only going to do with this piece of dry brushing is very lightly on little edges. If the sun's just catching those little raised areas, you'll see what I mean. I'll start on these small ones here, and then you can see what's what with them. So pour myself a bit of brilliant white, take some on the brush, load it up, take off as much as you can, and then do it again. And it's almost like you're prepping your brush ready to start dry brushing. So let's go, shall we? The old classic test, back of the hand. There we go, nice and powdery. So with these, you just quickly, gently, just pick your raised areas. You're not going all the way down, just the raised areas of the rock. And just gently bring it on. And there you go. So I'll do it again with this one. Just hit the raised areas. You don't want to go to the middle areas or anything like that. Just gently hit it with a touch of white just to give it that very fine highlight, like that. Same with this one. And don't worry if you just catch the edge of your other paintwork, because that's not in its final stage yet. So on this big fella. Just want a gentle highlight. A bit like Stonehenge. I mean, if anyone's ever been to Stonehenge, and I still remember the couple of times I've been, I always made it really thought when you drive up to it, doesn't look real. The rocks are that old and aged. They look a bit plasticky, to be honest. That's just the way I think about it. And you look at them, because all the old moss and everything that's been on and come off and everything else, they don't look like real rocks. They're so weathered that it looks like something I've painted here, or Fox or Tony's done. Mind you, those probably look more real than mine. So you just give it a gentle. You just want to pick out top little highlights. Nothing OTT. And you're basically blending all those colours. Like that. I'll go over here and do the same with these two. Gentle dry brush. Find the hide areas. Same with this fella here. It's just going to be sort of that facing slope, I think, at the top. Just have a quick look. Maybe a touch there. Like that. You want it almost a powder on. So it leaves you with, you've got your dark areas into your mid-tone, into your highlight colour. And I'm hoping the camera picks this up, because I've noticed the brown doesn't look as right on camera as it should do. And I think that's my colour balance, but there's not a lot I can do in this environment to alter that, I'm afraid. So let's do it with these as well. Just find that high point. Same with this one here. And then this one, you can almost see where it's going to be on this one. It's that little top ridge there. Maybe a little touch down this front end, but you just want it looking a bit rocky. I don't mean Balboa, but bump. Sorry, that was a terrible pun. Terrible pun. Because the paint's pretty much dry, it also blends it slightly. Now this isn't the end of that, but we are going to do one more wash on the rocks just to help tidy up any sort of brush stroke marks that stand out. But there we go. That's our rocks finished. Apart from the wash, which I'll do next. Now, if you don't know what a wash is, I think I have explained it somewhere in the video. It's a very heavily watered down version of your paint if you're using acrylics. And it's just again, just fill in the dark. Just take the sheen off is the best way of describing it. And the next stage after that is the flocking. So I'll get on and then to protect this again, another varnish. So I'll get on and do the wash. When I've done that, we'll come back to it.